So with the YouTube, man, I know I just put a video out, but I gotta speak on something. I have to speak on something. I have to speak on it. I talked to my wife. I talked to my wife, and I talked to my sister. And this is some crazy stuff, y'all. So stay locked in. I'm gonna give you the rundown, and whoever see this video, I don't care because this needs to be addressed in the black community. So a house that I grew up in is vacant, tore, tore down. It's almost tore down. In the next 5 to 7 years, it'll be level to the ground. Right? It'll be level to the ground. So me as an investor reached out, which is it's in my dad's name. It's in my dad's name, right? Reached out to my dad. I looked at the ARV or in the neighborhood. ARV is the after repair value, right? So the after repair value is about we'll say 150. So after repair value means after it's fixed up. So now it needs a roof, plumbing, HVAC. It needs landscape. So every bit of 70 grand, 60 to 70 grand is going to go into it. Mind you, that it's just sitting there. It's not being used. I mean, somebody in it, but they're not paying rent. It's just a tore down house. And it need to be repaired or it's going to be obsolete, right? So here I am, being my dad's son. Look, man, look. I know you ain't getting no money off of it now. I know it's costing you money every year because you got to pay the property taxes. So let me get the house off you. Not for free. I'm going to pay you for the house. I'll pay you $15K for the house, which is not generating no money. I got to put 80K, 70K in it to get it back up to par. Just deed it to me, your blood, your son. Excuse me. And I'm a real estate person, right? I'm an investor. So this is the problem right here, y'all. The fact that I said, if you repair it, it's worth this. Now it's worth this. But it's the middle part that a lot of people don't want to go through. They don't want to do the work, the sweat equity. They don't want to make sure the rehab is done right, the inspection is done, the appraisal is done. See, that's the stuff that black people see. They see the numbers, right? They see, okay, oh, it's worth 160. Oh, he trying to give me 15. Oh, that don't work. But bro, until you put the work in, that's what it potentially could be worth. So if you don't put no work in, it's just gonna rot to the ground, and no one, it doesn't help anyone in that situation. So long story short, my dad said that's not enough money, but it's not making you any money now. I can write you a 15K check of a house that's leaning to the side that I gotta put so much work in, and the reason why I want to do it because I don't want it to lean. I don't want it to be obsolete, man. That's what I grew up in, and let me fix it up and keep it good and keep it in the family. See, this is the problem. See the Caucasian people, when they get assets, they fathers, their dads, they give them the assets that they accumulated because they know that it's more than about money. It's generational wealth. It's not about money. When it comes to generational wealth, it's about accumulating things to pass down to your heirs so they can be okay or they can be straight or you can put them in the best position to do that. And they don't have to pay for it. It's just naturally handed down. But the black community, hmm, no, son, you gotta pay me for that. No, son, that ain't enough money. But what about keeping it in the family though? What about What about keeping it in the family? And what about passing it on to my son? What about that? It's not about the coins. You're not making money anyway, and people are, and me bringing money to the table. An investor would say that's kind of crazy because it's a tore down house. You really don't need to be bringing nothing to the table. But it's my pops. I want to give him something for it. And then boom. All right. So I rather he rather let it rot down than deed it to his son or deed it to somebody that's gonna keep it up. So he rather not get no money on it. He rather pay money out every year, $1,100 in property taxes. It's paid for, $1,100 in property taxes. Instead of getting some money for it, deed it to your bloodline, keep it in the family, what we grew up in. He rather let it rot, bro. Where do they do that at? Oh, in the black community. Yeah, they do it in the black community, bro. Yeah, that's the black and brown community. That's their type of thinking. And that's why we at the bottom of the totem pole. That's why we at the bottom. We make good money. We in the top five. We in the top three, I believe, of making solid money. But it's our mindset, y'all. This is what I be talking about on my channel. And I come here to vent because that had me heated. Like you rather, it's really our job to make sure our kids are set. It's our job. It's my job to accumulate. It's my job to lead my son to prosperity in Jesus Christ. It's my job to do that. As a son, as a father, which I'm not, I don't have any kids, but I'm not gonna have my son paying for assets when he need that anyway to survive in this world. He need that. Like that could put him in a better position to not be stepped on at work. Why wouldn't I pass that down to my kids? Show them how to do it. Show them how to leverage. Show them how to buy. But that's education. But when it comes to assets that I acquire, my son would get those for free. Why would I charge him that? And guess what? That only happens in the black community. We put a price tag on everything. That's how they can gentrify everything. Because the house in the hood that they tell you that's not worth it, they'll pay you a hamburger and some crab legs just to get your house in the hood, and they will get it fixed and all that stuff. But nah, man. Nah, black folk gotta pay from their parents. As if we set, bro. We're like, that's crazy to me, man. That's crazy. And that's just that crab in the bucket type thing, bro. That comparing and contrasting with each other. Like, instead of uplifting, go ahead, son, boom. You got it. It's what's in it for me. Two different type of attitudes. Go ahead, son, you got it. Versus what's in it for me. What's in it for me? And that's the distance and the disconnect between the black community when the topic is generational wealth and the Caucasian white community when it's generational wealth. See, my dad, he want me to pay for the house. Why, man? It's not even, and it ain't not even that. Like, I don't mind paying for the house. I don't need no free lunch. But it's the fact that he won't take the cash for something that he not getting cash on. Actually, it's costing him money because he's putting he paying the property taxes on the house. It's costing him money. But instead of getting a check for the house, he rather let it sit there. I'm telling you, bro. And this comes from no, I can't. I mean, I don't know the gender behind it. I'm not even gonna say that, but it's weird to me, man. It's just weird, and it's uneducation, it's ignorance to me, bro. Because, like I said, people, my community, my black folks, man, they look at stuff for face value. You know, this is a steering wheel. This is a phone. That's face value. That's what you see. Just as though, like the numbers. Yeah, okay, it's ARV, 150 grand. But that's face value, bro. It's not worth that now. You have to put the work in. It's gonna take you 3 to 6 months to even get that there. And that's man, the 150 is on Zillow. Zillow is a not it's not a credible source. You still got to get an appraisal out there to make sure that everything is done correctly. But man, my community don't. Man, look, my folks don't think about that. They think about, okay, worth 160, you should give me 100 for it. You don't know how. You don't know business, bro. That's not business. That's not business. You seeing numbers, but you got to see why those numbers are like that. It's not business, man. It's not business. And this is a perfect example versus black generational wealth. Why we can't create it as efficient as the other races, which is not an excuse. It's our mindset. Our mindset is what's holding us back. It's holding us back. It's putting us further and further back. Look, man, when people got them COVID checks, man, back in 2019, 2020, whatever, guess what? Guess what the black community did? They went and bought jewelry. They went and bought alcohol. They went and bought Jordans, Apple Watches, iPhones. Consumers. It's consumers, bro. Consumers. And it's a study out right now. It's called, I think it's a Business Street Journal. It's a reliable source, and it showed how far the generation the generational wealth was created between, it was the Indians, Mexicans, white, and blacks. I think it was I mean not genders, but it was four types of people. I mean I can't get the word right now. It was those four. So the people that made more wealth with the COVID checks was Asian, and it was like the meter was this way. So that means they made the most. So that means that they reinvested the money to get more money. Second was white. It was a white, right? Third was Mexican. So boom, boom, boom. Fourth was black. It was blacks, man. It was black people. And our net worth went backwards. Instead of going this way positively, it went backwards. Because why? We are consumers. Our mindset is jacked up, bro. And this is a hand in hand example with my pops. Mindset. Instead of passing it down to make it a better generation for the namesake, flowers, he don't want to sell it to his blood son, which is fine. Look, I'm not on here crying for that. I'm not crying, period. Because the way I come into this real estate thing, bro, deals will come in abundance. And there are so many people that want to give their property away. So I mean, it's not that. It's the fact that it's firsthand on why this generational thing is black people and white. It's just a disconnect. We don't understand, bro. It's not about the money. At some point, it gotta be more than about the money. It has to be more than about the money, man. At some point, when are you gonna stop selling your soul for money? When are you gonna stop selling? When are you gonna stop pump faking and selling out on your potential for a couple of dollars? When? When? Money is not even real. Why are you selling out on your family bloodline for a couple of dollars, bro? When that same house can be in our bloodline for the next 100 years, but you rather let it rot to, bro. That man, that's ignorant, bro. That's a disconnect. That's a disconnect. That's a that's a disconnect, man. That's not knowing business. That's not understanding how much power you truly have to make the generations better. Man, y'all like and comment. Let me know what y'all think about that, man. And whoever said, I don't care. You know, this light need to be shined because this is what my channel is about. It's about truth. It's about Christ, man. It's about truth. It's about getting better, passing stuff down to our kids, making our life better by investing and whatever you want to do, stocks, real estate, whatever. But this needs to be addressed in the black community simply because it's an ongoing problem. It's an ongoing problem. We see our own as competition instead of helping them out, which is that's your job anyway. My job is to make sure my kids are good. That's my job. So yeah, man, y'all like, subscribe, comment what y'all think about the situation, and do y'all agree or disagree? Let me know, man. Love y'all.